Alright YouTube, this is my XTM XT2e. I've had this thing for about 3 months now, and this is just a quick little video hopefully to go over the must-have upgrades to make this thing an enjoyable car. This video will hopefully explain some of the things to keep you more on the track and less in the shop. So I just want to go over probably about 4 or 5 things here that you need to do to make this thing a little bit more bomb-proof than usual. So anyways, this is once again XT2e. I've modified this thing to the hilt, so please bear with some of the modifications that I have done. But I'm going to go over just the top 4 or 5 items that you need to do to make this thing bomb-proof. The first thing that I would suggest are the upper control arms, and I've done a few videos on this, but that little blue shiny kind of anodized aluminum piece right there is a hop-up part for a HPI Savage. I think also for their upper control arms. I've modified the installation here, used a 4mm bolt all the way through. The stock is, I believe, a 3mm by 45mm. So added in a couple spacers there to take up the slack. But this thing, I was breaking about one every probably 4 or 5 races. It would just snap kind of right across there, and I'd be out of the race. So anyways, this thing is nice. I've had these hop-up parts on here for about a month and a half now, and they have not moved at all. So not too bad. I definitely would suggest this. This is probably the #1 issue that I've had with my XT2e, with breaking so many of them. I'm pretty confident with these that I've actually returned the extra set I had and got my $9 back from hobby people. So the second thing, and probably the most desirable upgrade on this vehicle, is not so much a money type thing, but you need to move where your ESC is normally mounted. XTM puts the mount right here and goes across right above the motor, and what that does is it puts the ESC right below the roof line. So if you nail the top of the roof, you're knocking on that ESC. It's just bound for it to happen. I've dropped in obviously the Mamba Monster here, but you don't need to do that as long as you catch it in time. What I did was I took that same little bracket and mounted it here where the receiver box is, right on those little same stilts, and it's just sitting there nice and low, out of the way, and you can still mount that with the stock ESC. So that's probably the #2 most needed upgrade to this vehicle. #3 I would definitely say is the battery boxes, and you may not want to go my route and do the overkill aluminum drilled out battery box, but these are real nice because they're very well balanced, same position in the vehicle, and they're bomb proof. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm picking up the whole car by that battery tray. It's not moving at all. Problem with the old ones, they're plastic. They have countersunk screws into them, and you know, a little bit of weight, movement, gravity, and you add 40 miles an hour with it, and they're bound to snap off. So been through about 6 battery trays of the stock one, and I finally upgraded to these things. So I made these here in my shop, and they're bomb proof. So that's probably the #3 most needed upgrade to this vehicle. #4, probably the wing. This is a Proline high downforce wing for an 8-scale buggy. You pretty much just drill it out. It's ready to go. The XTM ones are nice to look at, but not very functional. You land on it right here, and it's constantly breaking, and it breaks right up here, kind of in the little vent area, and it ends up cracking. So Proline uses some pretty good plastic to where it's a little bit more pliable and not so prone to cracking. So that's probably the #4 most needed upgrade on this vehicle. Other than that, if you were to do those 4 upgrades, you're looking at probably $40 for these guys. You're looking at almost nothing for the ESC mount. You just need to be a little bit creative, have a good drill, and drill those things out. Battery boxes cost me a whole $14 of aluminum at a local home improvement store. And in the wing, I think $15. So all in all, you're looking at, probably $60, and you got an awesome 8-scale buggy. So I've done a ton of upgrades on this thing, and I probably have too much money to talk about in this car. But if I had to go back over and do it again, that's the first 4 things I would do to this vehicle. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents about the XT2e. I am killing my buddy with his shiny new Forza. He is hating it right now because the last time we did 6 races, and I had 5-1 before he won 1. So anyways, that's my car, pretty bomb-proof, and those are my upgrades that I would suggest. Over and out.